Hello everyone, and welcome to a new War Thunder video. I am Saturn, and today we are talking about the Sabra light tank. For a bit of background, Sabra is a light tank designed by Israeli company Elbit Systems, based on the ASCOD or the Panzer II hull. Both are built and designed by the Austrian Steyr Daimler Puch AG and Spanish General Dynamics Santa Barbara Sistemas. Both of these companies are owned by General Dynamics. Sabra is not built for Israel, and therefore it is a privately funded design purely for export. The main customer as of now is the Philippines. The ASCOD is a very modular hull, and there are models of it mounting the 105mm gun and 120mm guns, even an IFV version with a 30mm autocannon. There's a SAM launcher, an ATGM launcher. It even serves as the baseline hull from where the British Ajax infantry fighting vehicle and the new American Griffin II light tank are derived. The Panzer II is designed and produced in Austria by German name. Panzer II is in service with Austria, Czechia, Portugal, and Indonesia. It can be armed with a 50 caliber machine gun, 105mm gun, 30mm autocannon, 81mm mortar, and a lot more, including command vehicles and engineering vehicles. The Panzer is an 8x8 or 6x6 wheeled vehicle. Sabra ASCOD is designed by Elbit Systems and is currently planned to be in service with the Armed Forces of the Philippines. The Filipinos ordered 30 vehicles, 18 ASCODs, and 10 Panthers, 1 command vehicle, and 1 arm and recover vehicle. The Sabra turret can be mounted in the ASCOD hull or the Panzer II hull, with the ASCOD being tracked and the Panzer II being wheeled. For the ASCOD version, the engine is in the front, and that engine is a diesel V8. It has a hydromechanical transmission, which helps for the mobility, and the Panzer II has a combined power pack, also mounted in the front of the vehicle. The Sabra turret is the only completely unique piece of this vehicle, specifically designed by Elbit for this vehicle. It is armed with the Elbit Systems Land 105mm gun, 7.62 coaxial machine gun, 8 76mm smoke launchers, and 2 optional ATGM launchers. I think they launch spike missiles. The 105mm gun could fire HEPT, HESH, and APFSDS, and is loaded with a 6 RPM autoloader, which I think is in the turret bustle. That autoloader has 12 rounds in the drum and 24 stored elsewhere in the tank, bringing the ammo capacity to 36 rounds. Because of the autoloader, the crew is 3. Sabra also has a CITV, driver-enhanced thermal sights, and a common crew thermals. The gunner also has a laser rangefinder. In the remote protection, I would assume the vehicle is proof from our low-caliber weapons, like rifles, 12.7mm machine guns, and maybe 12mm autocannons. Makes sense for them to be proof for at least 12.7, because the reason the Philippines were buying this is because of issues they had fighting ISIS with UN deployments overseas. Sabra can also add on applique armor, and more importantly, the Iron Fist active protection system. Iron Fist is a hard kill APS, and it can defeat APFSDS rounds. Okay, now that all the technical stuff is out of the way, we can talk War Thunder. The Sabra ASCOD and the Sabra Panzer II, I think both should come to the game. Both vehicles would fit well around 10.0, though it could work lower, especially if Gaijin doesn't add them with Iron Fist or Spike missiles. If they had both Iron Fist and Spike missiles, they could probably go straight to 11.0 or 10.7. Now, these things need to be folded together, as they are far too similar to end up as different vehicles that you have to research individually to finish the tech tree. As for the line that it would go in, there are a few ideas that I had. One is that there could be a completely new line in the tech tree, specific for light tanks and IFVs. If this happens, you could move the AMX-13 and the AML-90 out of that line into the new one, and they could be replaced by the M50 Sherman or some other medium tank. Go see my Improving the Israeli Tech Tree video for suggestions. Next, the new light tank line could be supported by vehicles like the Asharit, PT-76, and eventually Namir and Eitan. The Giraffe could also go in this line alongside other ATGM vehicles. Anyway, the Sabra could top off this line at 10.7 or 11.0, or at 10.0. It really matters on what the armament guy decides for this vehicle. The other option is just to put the two Sabras as the evolution of the Magach line. So after the Galbatesh, you would have the Sabras. I think this is a very important vehicle for Gaijin to add to the Israeli tech tree because as of now, Israel only has 2 light tanks, and they're at 6.7 and 7.0. So they have no light vehicles, no scouting vehicles in higher tiers that they can use for any of the things that those things do. So I think it would be really interesting to add, because it would be a unique vehicle as well, which Israel lacks. So yeah, that's all I have for this video. Thank you for watching, and happy tanking!